Hey, what's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. We are looking at some updated results and tests on the RTX 50 series that just released. So I will link their website here down below so you guys can read up on this on yourselves, but obviously they're not giving us any percentages here, so I'm gonna go ahead and break this down for you guys as simple as it can be, right? We're gonna start off with the 5090 here. We have more results on testing, right? So we got Resident Evil 4 with ray tracing and Horizon Forbidden West with DLSS on, right? And of course, here to the far right with DaVinci Resolve, D5 Render, and Generative AI. I don't really use that, so I can't really speak on that. But with DaVinci Resolve, I do use Adobe Premiere Pro. So we're looking at almost a 30 to almost 40% increase in performance there if you're a creator using the 5090 versus your 4090, which I'm going to enjoy quite a bit having this GPU. But performance-wise, this is what we're looking at overall. So it looks like with ray trace and DLSS, right? And of course, here down below, it gives you the test bench on how they supported and did their performance testing, of course. So on Horizon Forbidden West, they did DLSS 3 support, so that's what that testing result is there. Again, 4090 to 5090, right? You're looking at a $1,600 MSRP to a $2,000 MSRP. Now, for $400 more, right? If you have a 4090, you want to go to 5090. If you're not really doing generative AI or content creating or anything of that sort, you just strictly want to do 4K gaming, I think this card is ready to go, possibly, right? Obviously, with DLSS on and the frame generation on, a lot of people are saying, hey, we can't even achieve 4K natively with this card. I definitely agree, but if you decide to use this card without ray tracing, what is the normal raster performance? That's going to be interesting. We're going to find that out, obviously, once the results come out from third-party testers. And of course, if I'm lucky enough to get a 5090 or 5080, I will do my own testing on my main system here to show you guys the results firsthand on what it will do and what it can provide for you. So if you're new here, of course, subscribe, hit that notification bell icon so you guys don't miss out on any opportunities to see these first testing benchmarks that I can get outside of the major reviewers that are out there. Again, looking at these performances here, for $400 more, is it worth it, right? So I think if you have a 4090, I think you're safe to stay here if you're just gaming, really, unless you got like triple wide 4K monitors or you're doing 8K gaming, which is still kind of absurd. Right here with DLSS 4 and Frostpunk 2, looks like you're getting over 2.15 to 2.2% better performance, so double the performance. Same with Star Wars Outlaws. Here you're getting almost 2 times the performance from the 4090. Great GPU, again, if you can grab it, if you think you want to spend that amount, right? And then of course, moving here to the 5080, I myself have the 4080, so I can definitely speak on this. Now, Resident Evil 4, looking at a 15% increase, right? And I've with DLSS on and Forbidden West. DaVinci Resolve, you're looking at about almost a 20% to 25% increase here in utilizing that suite for your video editing and rendering and things of that sort. So for me to spend $1,000 to get 15 to maybe 20% increase from my 4080, that's not bad. That's not bad. I think the 5080, if you can get this 5080 at MSRP, I think is worth a buy if you're from the old 30 or even 20 series GPUs and you are in 4K gaming already, right? Or if you plan on getting a 4K monitor at this point, I think the 5080 will do you just fine for that, and you're going to get a lot of the benefits that you would get with this 50 series technology with DLSS 4, and it comes in at that $1,000 price range. Now, one catch though, I have seen 4080 Supers on Best Buy's website, open box, going for $800 sometimes. Depending on where you live, You can find it for 800 bucks. And I've also seen on the used market 4080 Supers go down as low as $800 to $900. Now, again, you get to pick and choose, right? Do you think it's worth saving a couple $100 or a few $100 without paying taxes? Again, you don't pay taxes. You buy on the used market, buying a 4080 or even a used 4090, right? I think if you can get a used 4090 at about $1,000 to $1,200, I think you should snag it. I don't think spending $2K. I'm actually looking for a used 4090 too if I can find one versus a 5090. But again, I'm already going all in, so I think that's what you should do if you're on any 30 or 20 series, is definitely try and snag yourself a 5080 if you're playing at 4K games or editing at 4K videos. I think this would do you guys a real solid and a platform to sit for maybe a couple generations or two, or you know, past a couple, like the Super Series and then the next 6000 series, 60 series or whatever that's out there. Now, the interesting part though is they market the 5070 and 5070 Ti GPUs as a 1440p GPU, right, to utilize this stuff. Again, if you're just looking at ray tracing and the DaVinci Resolve results, honestly, at $750, this is kind of hard to justify if you're on a lower tier card. I think your best bet would be to go with the 5070 at $550 over the 5070 Ti. I think the only reason why you would want to do that again is if you want to kind of touch 4K gaming, because you do get the 16 gigs of VRAM available to you, right? But if you're a competitive gamer or you just want that high refresh rate and you're at 1440p, I think 5070 Ti would be a great deal for you if you're on something older as well. So 30 series, 20 series, definitely grabbing any of these two GPUs, 5070, 5070 Ti. Honestly, I think you're going to look at more than a 2x performance versus the previous generation on your current gen, right? So you're probably going to gain, I would like to say, honestly, at this point, if these numbers are true, right, if you're looking at the 5070 over the 4070, and then the jump from the 20 to 30 series GPU over to the 5000 series, I think you're going to gain more than 40 to 50% in performance values across all games and or editing platforms or software utilizations that you do use. So that's my 2 cents on this, right? Obviously, I would wait for more, but for $550, if that 9070 XT GPU, and you guys can check that video out here for yourselves, doesn't perform as good as they say they are, right? There's leaks already saying that AMD is saying it's going to be better than what the leaks are. For $480 or $550, just kind of comes down to you. FSR 4 is supposed to be amazing, supposedly. We don't have any info on that quite yet, on full details, but that is all I have for you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Of course, if you're new here to the channel, subscribe, hit that notification bell icon so you guys don't miss out on any new videos and or gameplays, reviews, and testings in the future. Without further ado, you guys know what it is. It's Red Zone signing off, keeping it real, keeping it hot, and keeping it raw. Your normal 9 to 5 guy, bringing you some high quality content for you to enjoy. I'll see you guys on the next video. Deuces.